Good morning. Happy Monday, guys.
Hello, hello.
It's Monday. So hey, we got Danish Crypto on. Anybody that's been around Wax for more than about 10 or 15 minutes knows this guy. He's super OG as far as I'm concerned. But we started hearing all these rumors that Danish was now completely, totally expert at the whole Ton blockchain. Friends of ours are like, hey, you guys got to get caught up on what is going over on a Ton. And of course, I've got freaking no idea, except maybe there's a hamster involved. Pretty sure there's some kind of hamster involved. But like every other show Danish, we end up talking about Ton and like some of the clicking stuff that's going on. So thank you so much for coming on, because we need an education, and by we mostly I mean me. I think Juan is actually kind of caught up, but I'm like I've got no freaking idea. Like
No,
I'm
yeah, I also need an education there
all
because
right.
there's so much going on in Ton that yeah, it's very difficult to stay up to date with all of what's happening over there.
For reals. So yeah, Danish, say hi. Maybe give us like a bit of an overview, introduction of who you are, kind of what your experience has been in crypto, and then we can move on to the details.
Okay, yeah, sure. That's a that's a bit of a long one, but
Yeah,
yeah, I've been
we've got a week. That's good.
I've been in crypto for more than a decade, and been helping different projects along the way. Everything from Bitcoin, Ethereum, Monero, Trust Wallet, Atomic Wallet. Spent around 4 of my last years on Wax building projects and helping people there, and then like 2.5 years ago, I realized that the old Ton blockchain was back and running, which came around back in 2018 when Telegram originally tried to start a blockchain, and at the same time Facebook tried to start a blockchain called Libra, and both of them got shut down by the SEC. But in 2001, or 2021, sorry, 2020, 2021, Telegram won the SEC case and open sourced the rest of the Telegram blockchain. And yeah, so since then, I moved my main focus there because that it literally is the first time in more than 10 years that I've seen we have real possibility of mass adoption, just because that my belief in Telegram, and that's a whole nother segment that I can dive into, but now I'm just introducing myself. So that's a bit about what I've done, and now I'm a Ton ambassador. I'm a helper for many projects on the Ton blockchain. I'm a Telegram advisor, and I'm still building my projects on Wax and other chains, but main focus at the moment is Telegram and Ton.
Yeah, that's not crazy for sure. I mean, we looking at all the different trends that we've been looking at to kind of see where we should focus the cycle and stuff. Ton just keeps coming back over and over and over again. And I know there's a lot of people that really love Discord, and Launchbags is gonna have Discord, and we'll have some announcement channels for Launchbags projects over there pretty soon. But like Telegram is just where, I mean, that's where like the Uplift Telegram started there, right? Like we were at, I think, like 5,000 people before we had a Discord for Uplift back in the day, and it just seems like Telegram now is significantly more powerful than it was 4 years ago. And I feel like I'm even just scratching the surface of that. So is that maybe a good place to start with, sort of like take a look at
sure. No
yeah.
matter how big your Discord is, do you have a revenue model in Discord?
Yeah. Nope.
Okay. then build your projects on Telegram and make a channel for it. Because if you got a channel in Telegram, not a chat, but a channel, a broadcasting channel.
Yep.
If you got more than 1,000 subscribers on there, you can start getting ad revenue from Telegram for posting your stuff. So your normal videos here or anything else, content that you're providing, your art, your stuff. In a Telegram channel, you start getting revenue in Ton. And we saw that with Nutcoin and a couple of other things, like, of course, a big channel, but Nutcoins in the first 14 days of the ad revenue being live, they made more than $36,000 in ad revenue in Ton, which Ton then went up 4x after that, which, again, if they didn't sell, they made a decent portion for the first 14 days of ad revenue.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's really
definitely want to
crazy,
start
right?
messing around with some bots for sure. So okay, so can you explain what the difference between a channel and a chat is? Because when I went, I remember setting up a chat like a long time ago. It was really easy. I was trying to set up the group for launch bags, and I completely borked it. Like I set up a channel, and you can't talk in a channel, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?" Because I'm clueless, right? So like, what's the difference between for the group, kind of old school, so maybe what we were used to a little bit, and the channels that exist now?
I mean, channels has been a part of Telegram actually before public groups were, because it's a free speech, censorship resistant messaging platform. And for everyone to be able to broadcast their message, you have a broadcasting channel. So a one-way communication street, you can say whatever left, right, whatever things you want, and it's on you because I can decide to follow or not follow that channel.
Right.
But people can respond back to it, but you can link a group to your channel. So when people join your channel, they click the profile, then there's a view discussion if you have linked your chat, and then they can go to your chat and actually have a conversation. But as a brand, as an artist, as a NFT project, whatever, you don't want people necessarily to you want them to be able to find the news, and the news is in your news channel. In the chat, of course, it can be shared there, but the news is on the news channel, in the channel. So we have like unfiltered with all the non-discussions and all that, so it's easy for people to find and reflect back to. But the channels has a 50% ad revenue split from Telegram. And that is pretty decent ad revenue compared to many other platforms out there. But that's not the only thing that Telegram in itself has done, because they also, if you're an artist, again, that's trying to point really hard at that lately. If you're an artist and you use stickers or emojis in Telegram, those has now gotten a 95% ad revenue share, or revenue share, because there's not ads, but so artists that makes those stickers and emojis in Telegram will also be heavily rewarded here going forward. Plus, that those NFT or stickers and emojis are going to be NFT-alized at some point, also on the Ton blockchain. So we are like, Telegram and Ton are heavily connected, but it don't mean that anyone else can build on there. Again, talking about the projects that we have been building for 4+ years on Wax, they're all running natively in Telegram. If anyone knows of the Leaf project, paying you for texting in Telegram, kind of like the Dust project does, but ours is full on automated and don't require us to intervene in signing up groups and other stuff. But that works in Telegram as well, and that's not Ton. That is one of the major things I definitely want to state on here. That many people think that Telegram is now Ton and only Ton, and if you need to do anything, you need Ton. And I love Ton, but you don't need Ton. What you need for any business today to work is Telegram. And that's one of the main things. Like you mentioned Hamster Combat. The next groundbreaking clicker game we saw in Telegram after Notcoin. Notcoin made a full subscriber or players of 37 million players in Notcoin. Hamster has more than 138 million players currently, and over 20 million subscribers on YouTube. And it's going mayhem. And just thinking about their channel, I think their news yesterday was like they have 60 million followers in their Telegram channel or something like that. It's insane. And we see that this is one of the biggest again, but we can look at all the smaller tap games or mini apps and stuff there's building in Telegram right now. And we see them with Matic or Polygon, whatever. And we see them with Solana. There's a good part of Solana games building mini apps as well, because that the whole thing, think about it, like we are in Telegram. Like I know many of you now has moved to Discord and stuff, but Telegram is where the majority community in crypto has always been based, but not just crypto in general. Like we again have 900 million monthly active users. That's the third biggest social media messaging app in the world, outcompeting Discord like sixfold or something like that. But we're still able to build businesses for all kind of projects. Again, I've played games from Matic, from Solana, from Ton, from all kind of blockchains, but I still haven't played a mini game from anything on Wax. And that's, again, one of the reasons that I also wanted to come on here and like put the questions out there. Why haven't Nifty Blocks built their website into a mini app? You have the website. Your website works on a mobile. When I go on my mobile, your website automatically makes it into mobile view. You can literally build your mini app
as
in
part of
30
Telegram.
minutes.
I have to be 100% honest here. And what really happens is that I was not aware of the power of mini apps. I just discovered mini apps recently, and I say, wow, this is really life-changing, in the sense that you have a communication channel and an application in the same place. It's really completely different. And as you mentioned earlier, a way of monetization. And not even let's say you don't want to use ads. I think it's very well integrated into Ton and several different payment methods that really allow you to build a business on top of Telegram only. So I have to say it. It's only because my lack of knowledge that we haven't been exploring that earlier. But now
again, not coming at you personally. You were a good example here, of course, because I know your website and I know your platform, and it literally would only take around 30 minutes for it to work. Of course, you could fine tune it to work better. But because it's mobile friendly already, it's just a webhook. It's literally just taking your website, your web application that they can format it down to mobile view and put it in Telegram. But again, the more you do with that, the better, because again, putting it in there, if it also works with some claim links in commands or something, so you can make it a more useful bot, and it can make a lot of traction. And I don't know if any one of you guys have seen it, but one of the biggest exchange bots right now is like XRocket. XRocket allows us to take, it's also using a lot of Ton, but it's allowing us to take Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever into a centralized exchange in Telegram and exchanging it to whatever currency we want, and doing drops and doing like subscribe to my channel and get 10 cents or whatever. But it also allows us to exchange freely, which is like, compared to us people been in crypto, many of us know how frustrating it can be to go from one chain to another, and I need to find a new exchange that I need to sign up to, and I need to. You can go to XRocket in Telegram if you have a Telegram account without KYC, without anything, deposit, swap, go on, right there. Like, it's
nice.
And again, it has both the wonderful features. The reason I talk about this bot specifically is because it has all the features I want to see in more Telegram mini apps, because you can use XRocket in commands. So I can do everything with buttons and commands in the bot. I can do everything like doing a public quote where, hey, everyone in my group, here is $20. The first 20 people to click gets $1 or whatever. I can do that in text directly in a chat, but I can also go to the bot, open a mini app, and have the feeling of being on a normal exchange with swaps and spot trades and all of that, which again, directly in Telegram, directly on my phone. I only need one app. I can do everything with one app, like literally VPN.
That feels huge.
My eSIM card, my decentralized storage, my travel. I can pay, fill up my credit card, and I can pay for my dinner, all from Telegram. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Kex, onto something, because we've been talking a lot about sort of initial adoption the Wiener Queen has been thinking about this a lot and really like mapping out and shout out to Keck. I mean, their website. The first thing I noticed about it is like you could effectively go from I have no fucking clue what's going on to buying some Keck, right? And that's how all of this stuff should be, right? Like we should assume that somebody getting to that point, doesn't have a wallet yet and needs to figure all that stuff out. So. Is this and one, well, maybe between the two guys, like, cause again, like Wax Cloud Wallet, of course, is going to be the actual Wax team. But what would it take to sort of have some kind of, integration so that we could
because
make that as seamless as possible? Unless you could just make it a webhook.
The only thing that we need is a mini app where you can use the Wax Cloud Wallet to sign transactions. But I don't know if that's possible currently. It is.
You just like your website directly right now has the possibility to log in with the cloud. And when you open the mini app, what you do is using the Telegram built-in mini browser, and it goes to your website. So if you log into the Wax Cloud Wallet by Telegram, everything that you can do in the Wax Cloud Wallet works. The only thing that we have a problem with is actually Anchor, because Anchor uses a special kind of URL to actually execute. So we need the code on your website to prompt to Anchor instead of going to the URL, because that don't work. So we need to prompt the Anchor application. But Wax Cloud Wallet, which worked perfectly because it's working in the browser. So literally that every single app that uses the Cloud Wallet right now could build a mini app within minutes. Like I've thought about this for a while. Like we all, like, I know people hate to keep talking about it, but alien worlds don't allow Anchor. So that could literally be done without problems in 20 minutes in a Telegram bot using but if you want substantial growth in Telegram, there is like 3 main factors that people often forget. And I want to put them down like hard on paper here, or whatever we say, but it's leaderboards, referral systems, and teams. If you look at any of the big apps right now, they have all of it. They have a tapping thing where you can get on a leaderboard. They have a referral system to invite your friends. And they have teams, so I don't know, Bhoot Network or whatever Nifty Blocks can make their own little team, and they can fight with other or against others in the ranking, and that grows community so much that it's like from 20,000 today. Install this and throw it out there. Within the next week, you have 250,000 plus followers. I guarantee it. That's how Telegram works now. It's so powerful, but you need those leaderboards, referral systems, and teams. If you got that, you are gonna build a sustainable, like app game business. But then, of course, learning from what we see out there, doing tasks, simple tasks in your app, in your thing that rewards, I don't know, discount tokens or points, or it can be that you have a chance. If you get a high enough on this billboard, you might get a chance every month to win a Nifty Blocks t-shirt. I don't know. It could be whatever. And now you have people playing the game. You have people going and referring people, and they have a use case for it. So it's consistently growing. And if you do task, again, go follow our, go retweet our post on Twitter, go react to our post in Telegram. Like a lot of people, like we saw Hamster do this, Hamster Combat. Like Hamster Combat broke the record of YouTube growth of all time. In 24 hours, they had more than 8 million subscribers.
That's nuts.
That is
that's
really on insanity. But because that in their mini app, they had a couple of tasks where you needed to watch their videos, you needed to subscribe to their channel, boom.
Yep.
And then again, you added another revenue stream. That's even more important than this when we're thinking about it in the long-term spectrum. Telegram channels giving ad revenue. YouTube giving ad revenue. If you get high enough on X and social medias, there is possibility for ad revenue. So, for example, Hamster here already have at least 3 major ad revenue sources without even having a token, without even having, it's all points still. So they are already making money for their project. And if you already have a project or something, it's just more sustainable income. So like people not utilizing Telegram as of now is probably shooting themselves in the foot. And then going to Ton in another spectrum, Ton has been outperforming every cryptocurrency we have seen. Like even in the really bear market we had like last year and stuff, Ton climbed from unlisted on CoinMarketCap to the top 15, and up to top 10, and then down to 15, and nobody talked about it.
No, it's ridiculous.
Other than me on my Ton Tuesday spaces, but nobody talked about it.
No, but it's really ridiculous. 1 year from now, Ton was around $1, and now it's around $7, basically at an all-time high. While all the market is tanking, Ton is making all-time highs.
And again, it goes into what I talked about before. Telegram is major, and the partnership with Telegram and Ton, for everyone outside of the US, you literally can go in Telegram right now and do add wallet, and you got a Bitcoin, a Ton, and a USDT wallet integrated in Telegram. Everyone in the US, you need to consider going to Ton Keeper and outside because there's still some restrictions there, but they're getting fixed. But that means that 800 million monthly active users has the possibility to be exposed to cryptocurrency. That is more than any other blockchain combined has of users. 800 million monthly active users. And we are growing. That's the latest numbers. We're probably past 1 billion at this point. But like we cannot just look away anymore, like it's insane. Like which other blockchain has the possibility to do this? And with the partnership here, we also have like seen Ton doing the transactions record with 130,000 transactions per second, which beats MasterCard, Visa, and Solana again combined, which again shows the possibility of high scale growth and stuff. Telegram has been able to do the same, which again comes from where my whole backing of this and belief in this comes from. I've been on Telegram like my whole crypto career basically, and Telegram has been able to scale and scale and scale and being stable, secure, and solid. So Ton doing the same.
One question here from a user experience perspective, how do you compare Wax and Ton?
There is no comparison there. The only thing Wax has there is better than that is NFT tools. And of course, lower fees on transactions. But as our current moment, our block producers are taking a big stop at us having free transactions anymore, even on Wax. So, but on Ton, we are going into wallet version 5, which introduces free transactions. So I would love to see some fun facts here. And I hate to do this to people, but can we share a screen and share CoinMarketCap of Wax over the last year or so and Ton over the last year or so?
Yeah, that will be very unfair.
I don't have any Kleenex. I don't want to cry right now.
No, let's do that, because this morning I was very disappointed because if you see the price of Wax right now, it's I think in the lowest it has been in a long time. But if you see it compared to Bitcoin, not to USDT, it has been in the lowest it has ever been.
It's at all-time low right now. Wax is at all-time low right now.
Yeah.
It is sad, but it goes to not to people here and the builders, because there's a lot of good builders on Wax, but more of the people that drive the game, actually, the block producers and stuff, because they could have done better. And I can go into some of that. If you have seen the Open League on Ton, if we have ever seen anything like a real incentive program on Wax to build stuff, like we have Wax Labs where you can get some grants if you are lucky. But we don't have an incentive program for people to build. The Open League is now currently running season 4 on Ton, which is a incentive program for people to build, to use applications, and to provide liquidity. And all of those 3 brands gets rewarded depending on your level of activity. If you're a builder, right now there is the Open League Hackathon with $2 million in prizes. But we also have incentives for people providing liquidity, up to like 900% APY liquidity providing, which is insane. But
wow,
it makes people want to try stuff, incentive to actually build and go into it. And yeah, but also using like trading meme coins and whatever, you get rewarded for that. I got $500 back from Ton for trading meme coins on Ton. Like, and that was just one of the airdrops. I know many other people got it as well. And it's like something like that. You don't see that on Antelope or EOS.io or any of that like in years. And again, it really hurts me personally because going all the way back to EOS years, EOS had the money to do this a lot. They got
they had way more than enough
$1 billion. They had the money to do this. And they could have done it, but they executed wrongly. And but let's not cry more over the chart there. That looks so sad. I saw it.
I mean, honestly, I think like, we need to be data driven, right? We can't shy away from any of this stuff, even though like I'm gonna probably cry a little bit later. But at the same time, like we're out here trying to build, businesses, projects, or whatever. And I think we've been looking at Solana as a place to sort of hopefully learn some things from. And it was clear that we needed to learn from Ton as well. I mean that market caps don't lie; they just don't, right? And unfortunately, the Wax market cap doesn't lie either.
Again, the numbers game aspects definitely can have some lie aspects to it, and maybe not the biggest or the best person to talk about Solana with, because personally speaking, Solana is a shit centralized chain run by VC funds only. But that's my personal, like, it's
sure,
it is what it is. Again, I know that VC companies has been involved in Ton as well, but it's not how it started. It's not what fundamented it all. And yeah, I still have a pretty hard belief in Pablo Durov, the Telegram founder, because that the way that he looks at Ton now, even though that he open sourced it in 2001, like we can take that story if you want to like ground based the Ton story. Like Ton originally started in 2018 by the Telegram team and was named Telegram Open Network with the token Gram. And that got hit by a SEC lawsuit. And in late 2020, early 2021, Pablo Durov won the case and paid the rest of the SEC fines and whatever, and open sourced the rest of the project because that, legally speaking, they couldn't continue with the current state. So they open sourced the project, and a group of open source developers, a couple from VK, a couple from Telegram itself, and a couple from the world, wide world here, decided to come together and build the Ton Foundation, which remained the name. Like, instead of Telegram Open Network, now it was Ton, the Open Network, to contribute to the name, and then make the token also named Ton. And yeah, that was 2.5 years ago, and we were unlisted on CoinMarketCap, and people were kind of laughing at us when we said that there was a chance for this to actually come back. But now we are currently rolling with the top 10 blockchains in the world.
Yeah, it's amazing to see how it's a top 10 coin, and nobody is talking about it.
Yeah, again, that was my whole reason to start Ton Tuesdays. I've been doing Ton Tuesday podcast for 75 weeks straight, because that nobody was talking about Ton. None of the influencers I've been following for years was talking about Ton. Nobody. And it's starting now, but still, like, we're 2 years later and people are still basically unaware there. Like, and again, we have the Telegram narrative. many people out there, if they're like, oh, are you on Telegram? It often goes to this weird statement. Oh, why? It's for drugs, or it's only criminals, or there's such weird narrative here. Or the best of it, oh, it's controlled by the Russian government. Which is clearly misinformation and absurd, because for anyone that actually knows a little bit of the story or knows Pablo Durov, the founder of Telegram, was also the founder of VK, the Russian version of Facebook. And when the Russian government tried to get information about certain activists on VK, Durov denied, and he got an ultimatum: either you're complying, or you sell your share in the company, or you're going to jail. And Durov decided to leave his company, sell his share in his company, and build Telegram. But so yeah, the guy that built the platform is Russian, but it's not Russian owned. He left the country he was born in to stand with his rights for not sharing data that was not illegal. It was just people, demonstrating and stuff. Of course, full on illegal, insane stuff they try their best to help minimize or eliminate. But freedom of speech is a whole thing on this platform. So, like, for people thinking it's Russian control or Russian owned, it is a Russian guy, but that's about it. Like, for people having so much about Russian people, then I think we should take a fast look at Ethereum, because Vitalik Buterin is Russian Canadian, but people seem to forget about that. But they hate on Telegram. But yeah, I don't know. Telegram is also the only of the 5 most popular messaging apps in the world that is not controlled by the US. So that might also be a reason. But yeah, like, any more questions? I'm down. I see a couple of them in chat also. People going crazy here. I'm sorry I haven't been reading up from people in the chat, but I definitely see a lot of people throwing that they want
mostly it's just people agree with you. So where's the best place to trade TON in the US?
Like, we just got listed on crypto.com, so you could do it there, but I would say XRocket, because you don't need to KYC and you don't need to do all kind of weird shit, and it just works.
XRocket. I don't think I've seen that actually.
No. It's the Telegram application that Crypto mentioned. Danish mentioned at the beginning.
Oh, yes. Man. Okay. So it's just
it's right. I can send you guys links here after the show. No problem if it is. But I would use that. But of course, again, we are on KuCoin, we are on Binance. But like there are some funny things. Binance don't have TON, but they have Nutcoin. So you can buy Nut and then exchange that over to TON on the TON network, because
that's funny.
But you can also take USDT on Binance and withdraw it on TON, because we have native USDT support.
Yeah, no, I just got to XRocket in Telegram. For all the people that want us to get over to Discord, I'm gonna try, but there's too much fucking shit we can do right now. That's nuts. Like, the whole idea that, like, again, like, we want to do the whole onboarding thing or whatever, right? Like, if we can figure out how to do, like, if you can get the Wax Cloud wallet working in here and this XRocket thing working in here, right? Like, just having this as an integrated onboarding strategy just feels like a fucking no-brainer right now.
Yeah,
it kind of should be, but yeah.
Okay, so I have a couple of extra questions from you, because the businessman Juan, he's already sold. There's no questions to ask. Telegram is the way to go. But the geek Juan wants to know a little bit more about the blockchain. For example, what language do you use to develop smart contracts? How those decentralization work? How do validators work on TON? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. Of course, TON is a little bit complex language, because we use FunC, which is a mixture of functions and C++. They basically had a baby and did some things there. But we also use TACT, TACT, which is Solidity baby extract thing, because we are using TVM instead of EVM, which is TON virtual machine. which is able to make sure that we can make cross-chain communication, so we can actually activate, swap on Uniswap using contracts on Ton, because we got the cross-chain TVM capability. But for that, again, the languages are a bit new. There are some tutorials, but they're all getting, we are 2.5 years old with some of this, and even the tech language is only a year old, because that's a newer language that got added. But like instructions and such are getting way better every day, and people are learning. We've again used the whole Open League incentive to make boot camps around 16 countries in the last 2 months to train people, having boot camps with people. I was in Berlin the previous week to be at a hackathon to help people build and build on Ton. But for nominators, we are a proof of stake network like Wax or others, so it is a governance based system. So your votes also matter. So depending on where you stake or where you vote, it kind of matters a little bit. So there is some due diligence to do there if you want to dive into the whole technical part of who to vote for, but you can stake Ton from like 50 Ton, which is the standard staking, which was made by Whale Corp and now also integrated into Ton Keeper and others. But they start from 50 Ton and up. But we also have liquid staking, which allows us to stake from 1 Ton and up.
But is 50 Ton enough to set up a validator node?
Not for a validator, not at all. No. You need a bit more to be a validator node. I think it's 100,000 Ton.
100,000 Ton. So yes. It's like $700,000.
Something like that at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's for being a full validator masternode. Yeah.
Okay.
And you're again, they put a lot of trust and stuff into people running those systems, because that you're putting that funds in to run it, and you cannot take it out. Of course, you are getting an APY percentage as well for doing this, plus some fees and some other things. But you can actually, if you are breaking trust in the system, if you are a malicious block producer, you can actually lose portions of your funds that is staked. So there is a real upkeep to make it trustworthy. Yeah. And again, there is, I think it's 380 master nodes and 390 split nodes right now. So smaller nodes around, but only around 300 something master nodes, which again, because it's a lot of money, but you require the people, has a certain, what do you call that? A certain trust in the system, belief in the system, because you're putting that much on stake to run your system. It is even a year ago, it was $100,000. That's a lot of money to, when talking about we can build a Wax block producer node for $5,000-$10,000 and having a good machine and then starting. So of course that's a big entry, but again, if you're part of the Open League and doing some of that, you could have maybe made some of that, if you won the hackathon, there's $2 million right there. So putting that into good use could be a thing.
No.
But again, it's a validation system in that way, but we also have some fun things with our nodes, because we have master nodes, master nodes, which is the validator. We have nominator nodes, and we have shard nodes. And everyone can build a shard node. And if you build, let's say, Nifty blocks on Ton, and you at some point get enough traffic to your smart contract, your system will automatically fork out to become its own node. So you would become a shard node to take. So suddenly, you are handling all the NFT transfers. That's your node that's doing that. So 90% of the NFT transfer confirms is done on yours, because now you are that node. And it can split out in fragments like that. It's a really, really fascinating system. Again, I'm not a coder myself, but I've been loving like deep diving into this, because this really, like, the scalability of this goes way beyond anything that we have seen in anything in crypto in 15 years. I've been here for 13, and I've never seen anything that can do half of this. Of course, it's still missing some things. Again, I talked about this with Wax. Wax has so many awesome NFT tools, like that, no doubt, like best NFT tool blockchain in the world, Wax. But it's missing a lot of other aspects, which of course Ton also is. Like, we don't have enough NFT contracts and staking NFTs and mixing, burning, blending. There's not enough of those tools. They're slowly arriving, but there's not enough of those compared to on Wax. But the rest of the tools are pretty sustainable.
Interesting.
Definitely, definitely fascinating.
In terms of growth, where do you see Ton right now? Is it just beginning? Is it reaching maturity? What's your take on that?
Again, everyone says the Bitcoin will always be number one, so that means that Ton will be number two before sooner or later, because, like, look at it. Look, like, go do a transaction with a smart contract, send somebody $5, do something, then do the same on number two on the blockchain list.
Yeah.
Even just on potential user base, right? Like, what's the active wallet number on Bitcoin right now? Because it's definitely not in the hundreds of millions. You know what I mean?
Definitely not.
No, like Nutcoin alone had just paid out 19 million individual accounts on Ton has gotten Nutcoin. 19 million. That's like, even that number alone is more than the majority of blockchains out here has in users. Like, 19 million unique accounts has gotten airdropped so far. Like, that's insane.
Definitely insane. Yeah.
See if I can find my stat board here. But any other questions? Like, go ahead. Like, I'm open for questioning. But
it's looking like about 1.3 million active wallets on Bitcoin right now. Just like that. The potential to have it all integrated. You know, now you're looking at an international payments vector.
How many did you say on Bitcoin again?
1.3 million.
That's laughable,
right? I mean, that's like just one of the clicker
laughable.
games is doing more than that. Like, that's what I'm
The
saying.
Nutcoin integration of signing up to a Ton Space or an ad wallet, but the non-custodial wallet in that brought on more users than is holding Bitcoin. Like, that alone, that sign up task brought more users than Bitcoin has. So that's laughable. Like, well, so yeah, I see it as within a couple of years we are outcompeting the rest of them. Like, a Bitcoin is going to be number one, then Ton is going to be number two. Like, I don't see why not. Like, there is nobody else that can compete in this level and in this speed.
Yeah. That's a very good question there from Always Geeky.
What's my favorite apps?
Yes, that's a very good question.
Didn't you send me like a list?
Like, you wanted to try some of the mini games. I sent you all the things because I
that's all the things. That's what it was. You sent that to me, and I was like, man, my brain is not going to be able to. But I mean, obviously, like, I kind of feel like I need to now. Like, I just start at the top, work my way down.
Again, favorite apps is a big thing here. Like, I love the Hamster Tapper, but it's a tapping game. It's like, I really love XRocket. I actually did a tweet on. I think you retweeted my post yesterday with someone like Ton asked me about my favorite mini apps. I actually think that one of you guys retweeted it yesterday. It's XRocket. I really love the EVA protocol and Storm Trade, which EVA is a lending and borrowing platform that allows you to, stake your capital. Like, you can put USDT in and they can lend it out, and you're getting APY reward for lending it out, and you can. So it's lending and borrowing platform. I love using that, and I've been using that since day one. And StormTrade, there is a futures trading, decentralized futures trading platform on Ton.
Oh, nice.
I also love using that. Again, what is it now? Some 75% of the world's crypto trading is done in futures. So a decentralized futures platform is kind of unique. But there are so many, like, literally there's so many good apps in Telegram now that it's hard to say my favorite. Like, I even have something called Callergram, which is just for booking my meetings and stuff. When people like, can we have a meeting? I just sent them my Callergram schedule, and they can book a meeting with me within 20 minutes, an hour, on whatever date that I have time, because it goes to my calendar and base it off that. So.
Nice.
And I find that really useful and awesome, and I use it a lot. But my favorite apps, again, like it must be like XRocket. It's probably, yeah.
So yeah, Dapper's kind of bringing it home. He was saying, what does Ton have that Wax doesn't? We kind of been talking about that, but like I think
everything.
If you could, well, let's distill it though, right? Like, so what's like the first or second thing that Wax could learn from Ton success?
Don't be a maxi. Don't think that just because that Ton and Telegram has a partnership that nothing else can work in Telegram. Again, Leaf has been native in Telegram on Wax for 4 years. Like, Uniswap bot is in Telegram, working as one of the biggest. Like, go on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, you can find sectors that has a Telegram bot section on those. There is not a Discord bot section on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, because they don't get that amount of traction.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we have? We have users, we have infrastructure, we have the possibility of building a business, and the most important thing, what could Wax learn? Support your fucking community. The incentive program. Like, how many people here has been building for Wax or building on Wax for years? Even though you're a smaller guy, your project is good, and you have gotten 0 to none or at all, like being followed, getting a retweet, getting anything. So support their community. Like, I did Ton Tuesdays because nobody else did. I got sent with all expenses paid to Dubai to be at the Gateway conference last year in November to do interviews, because I did interviews. Like, I support them, they support me. Now I'm a Ton ambassador. Now I don't do anything else than Telegram and Ton all day. I'm on Spaces. I don't get paid, but they pay me otherwise. Like, they acknowledge that I'm a part of their chain, and I do things for them. They help me.
They reward your.
Yeah, I was one of the biggest, loudest mouths on Wax for years.
Yeah.
And it took me 3.5 years for Wax to follow me. That was when I was falling off and didn't want to do Wax anymore. Then they started following me. It took me 3 months, and Ton was following me. Like, that kind of support goes to show, that brings fire in my heart, my energy level, that they actually support. And I haven't, again, I love Wax, I love the community. I don't want to hate on anyone here, but I don't see the support, like, from the people in, like, the community, okay, but the people behind the scenes, the people with the money, the people that has the possibilities, I don't see them giving a handout, a help, anything. Like, mostly I got called out for being not knowing anything about what I was talking about when I go to Wax Official, but yeah. So that kind of behavior just goes to show what they're missing, and why Ton has grown so substantial. Because, again, Wax has a lot of amazing tools and an even more amazing community, but it's steering in a sad direction. Again, I love seeing what has been happening lately with the memes and the wieners and the stuff. Like, at least the community is doing something. The community is
Right.
keeping it alive, and
Yes,
that's, yeah.
you know, that's what I learned from the launches of AI God and Winner. I noticed that the community is still here and people still wants to have fun. They want to be part of this, but there's no much going on Wax. So we really have to reactivate this community because they are there and they want to be active.
Yeah, I fully agree, and I hope that it's possible because again, I got some of my best friends from being in the Wax community. So definitely a community that I adore and value, but at the same time, as you said yourself, you have a business version of yourself, and you have a personal version of yourself, the nerdy version. And I made a lot of friends here, but my business sense says that I can't keep just sitting in the dark making pennies every like I had people complain about us in the Leaf project at some point because we get a small portion of the monthly sale stuff, and we are transparent about it. But they complained because that me and my two other co-founders got 33 wax for a month of work each.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I mean
Thank you.
and that's demoralizing. Like
we've
second that
worked
kind of,
out of pocket for 4 years, and you're
Yeah.
complaining about we getting $1.50 back for what?
how dare
That's
you?
ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Oh,
But
no.
again, we're still building. But it's just shocking sometimes, you know.
Yeah, no, it's weird. It just people have absolutely no sense. It's almost in this, you know, it gets to the point sometimes where people feel like they're entitled to my time, and I start losing my fucking mind. Like, I don't work for you, right? Like, we're all building something together, but this is a business, and you don't get to fucking own what I'm doing every day to the point where, like, we're literally putting in 18-hour days every day, and then you get sad when I have the audacity to want to get paid. Like, come on now. It's ridiculous. And it's like, it's one thing when it happens to me. When I see it happen to other people that are like I know how hard they work, it drives me fucking mental. Like, really,
it can be a hard thing to look at, but again, I've seen it on some of my team members and other things. It ruins their moral because like they, you know, should be getting paid. Everyone like should be getting paid, especially the people working behind the scenes. Like we are the ones making sure that shit works.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if it doesn't operate as a real business, then fucking shut it down. Period. Like, that's how this needs to go.
Oh yeah.
Good talk.
Stop saying that, Corey. Stop saying that, or I'll have to go.
I mean, like, it makes sense, all right? Like so yeah, I'm stoked about it. It's funny. Like, Wiener Queen is like blowing up my Telegram right now, talking about wanting a Telegram app. And really, like, why the fuck not? Right? Like, is there any way to make, you know, like a Wax on Edge thing? Like, could we start trading and swapping in Telegram?
Easy.
Yeah, that would definitely be possible.
Easy.
Let's go.
Like, you've seen X Rocket.
Yeah.
Like we have Wax on Edge. We have Taco Swap. We have Alcor, but none of them has a Telegram bot.
Yeah.
If they go and build that, like, I could go build it, but again, why? Like, I'm not gonna make anything at all. Me putting the time in and building that because it's not gonna make me any revenue.
Right.
But I could do it. It's gonna take 20 minutes. Like, but why are they not doing it? It's their business. It's not mine.
Yeah, no. Why haven't they done it yet? Give us a couple of days.
Have you done it yet? It's one of my main sayings in my community, and everyone that knows me. Have you done it yet?
Yeah. Well, I mean, no. I'm really excited we had you on. I had a feeling that the conversation was. Yeah. What's that?
My thing list.
All the things. You gotta do all the things all the time. That's just how it goes.
That is how we need to do, and how I've been able to stay like disinformed with the tide, because I always try to do a lot of the things, if not all the things, all the time. Also, why I'm going mental and don't sleep, and but
sleep is important.
Nah,
yeah,
not in crypto.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I gotta talk to Tuttle about making the Flip Tribes game work inside Telegram now.
It shouldn't be hard if you can do HTML5 and you can do a webhook and you understand to making it mobile friendly. So the parameters, you there, you're literally there. Like again, it goes for the templates that many of those Tapper games are using. Like I have the templates is out on GitHub. They're publicly available, so you can find a template of what Nutcoin did in a simple format and re-edit it and do it all over again. They're all out there. Like I again gladly share them to people reaching out to me in DM and stuff if they're willing to build. But like it's public, so. That's also a major thing with Telegram. The major things to get supported by the foundation should end up being open sourced eventually. So many of the projects you see out there, the exchanges, the older systems are all open source. So you can take the whole project and rewrap it if you want to.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, it brings innovation because they need to keep it updated and good. Otherwise, somebody else comes in and make a new version of it. But
yeah.
I'm not furiously taking notes right now.
Remember the 3 factors.
Yeah, referrals, leaderboards, teams. Can you talk a little bit more about teams?
Again, teams just chats. Basically, you allow your chat, the Wiener Coin group or the Nifty Blocks group or Danish Crypto or my Moda group or whatever to come together as a community and fight on the leaderboard. So you have a personal score on any leaderboard, but now we go together in a little club and we have a score on the leaderboard. So the Wiener Club could be number 1. But your personal score could be 7,000. But together, because of all of us in the Wiener Club, we brought it to the top.
Yes.
Say Wiener Club one more time.
Say that again.
Show me a fucking wiener, dude.
Oh fuck. I mean that's one. I mean that's such a gimme for launch bags, right? I mean that whatever we do. Funneling through the bags token or whatever the hell it is, like having clicker stuff. If people are getting rewarded for referrals that are coming into our whole ecosystem, that's a whole thing. But then Wiener and AI God should be duking it out for how many referrals they get that week and getting on the leaderboard that way. And of course, like any partner projects would obviously be welcome to be part of that. And then we could just start grinding, because again, like the goal, if we get 10,000 people watching here, the whole point is we want another 10,000 people in our ecosystem as a whole, right? So this feels like an area where we probably want to invest some attention and some time.
That's a good task there. Follow the stream when the stream is on. Like the stream when the stream is on. Follow the channel. Then you grow the YouTube channel. You remember to follow our news channel on Telegram. Boom. Oh, join our Discord. Boom. Oh, and you got 10 wieners for that, and you got, or even it maybe just wiener points. So the conversion rate is not real. That's one of the things that people don't like. Hamster and Nutcoin. I had millions of Nutcoin, but they cut down some zeros, so I only had 100,000 Nutcoin.
Yeah, but the convert. It's just, but I mean, people really dig the points.
Number
so
go
whatever
up.
You have with the points,
number go up. Number go up on stream. It's all that matters. Number go up. It can be useless, but if number go up, we in. And it's a mental thing that we have, and it's Like again, what would you rather get? 0 to 1 Bitcoin or 1 ETH? 1 ETH because it's a full number.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We could get better, maybe. Yeah.
I hope. Again, I have hope for the wax space and stuff. Still, like if people actually wake up to the new tech, we can get a real big boost here. Again, do a couple of those games, invite clickers, sing with the leaderboard referrals and teams. And Wax will have 1 million users within the end of next month. If we released 2 of those games today, more than 1 million players, real players on Wax would be there. And then maybe Wax actually wanted to support that if people do 7 tasks in our app, they get a free cloud wallet. Now they can get a free cloud wallet and they get some traction on Wax retweeting their pages and stuff. Kind of like the Wax Hub was meant to do, but if they built it in a Telegram app, it would have taken off.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah, there's a lot to learn, I think. A lot to learn.
I like number go up. Yeah.
Who doesn't like number go up? So, I mean, like, would you say that the say we're gonna do this for Launchbanks, right? But like we want to do like an onboarding thing for all of Wax, right? Obviously, all of our projects that we launch, we'd want to integrate them. But if find a way to have Schipul or Uplift or Keck if they wanted to kind of integrate with it, if they if we could all build it as a team or whatever, right? Do you think that the smartest thing to do would be to rebrand the Notcoin template, or is there like a simpler or more complicated, better version of how we can do it?
Again, the Notcoin Tapper was fun and many people like that, but we also see that the Hamster Combat, because it has the Tapper and the build-up score in behind.
Yeah,
many people also like the time-based ones where you just go in every 2 hours, upgrade, then it's 3 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours, and it's all you need to do. But still, if you choose one of those paths or combine all 3 of them, but doing the task, so hey, every day there's a new task. Go retweet the Wiener profile. Go follow the stream. Every day there needs to be a new task.
I completely
agree. So they need to go back there.
Yeah, I was talking to Mano about this.
Yeah, and I think that copying is the worst strategy, because we are not in the same spot where they are. They did it at a very specific point in time where exactly that made sense. But I think that now it might have elements from not. It might have elements from the Hamster Combat. But it cannot be the same. People expect some innovation, something new, something different.
There is the difference between building a fair token distribution, because the Tapper is a fair token distribution model, but what comes afterwards needs to be more. But again, if the project already has something and build in a Tapper just to give some extra tokens away or something like that, it's a decent distribution. But like again, Wiener, why not make a Wiener coin runner game? You need to jump over trash packs or grills, like jump over grills so you don't get your Wiener burned, and make points, and those points ends into it's a game, it's a mini app. You don't need to do the Tapper. The Tapper is one thing, but it works. The important thing is the leaderboard, the referrals, and the teams.
Absolutely. I think the sense of progression, sense that you are moving forward every day. Every time you come to the application, you're doing some progress. That's really important.
That's what I was telling Mano about. Like if I had the ability to get some extra points for retweeting something every morning, I would do it. It's like in the timer thing, like I usually only mine once a day because I suck. Like I just end up getting so busy that the whole timed clicker thing doesn't really work for me, but it does work for a lot of people, which is great. Like that's the point. But having some ability for somebody to come in and do some kind of social action. I mean, that's what, like, where we started really having fun with we really wanted to value community ownership on these drops, and that works. And we really wanted to value people going out and doing bounties, right? That's why the whole sort of 2-side thing for the Wiener and the AI God drop has been kind of so much fun for us to kind of do, right? So like embedding that kind of thing into, I mean, Crypto Alpha, I think, has started doing that, but I think like there's a lot of possibilities there. Yeah, Keck's doing the Zeely. The Zeely thing is really interesting, right? But why couldn't we build our own?
You can. We've seen that many times. Timecoin built their own. Notcoin built their own. Hamster built their own. They have the little task. That's basically a Zeely referral. Like right. What do you get on Zeely? You get points for doing this and this and this and this, and at the end of the competition, now those points get into the leaderboard. The leaderboard, you can referral people. It's that, and that's why it's why it's succeeding. But
Yeah.
building it into a game application, like literally the other day, we got a dating app on Ton, and the dating app has a clicker. So you can
Okay.
click to get the dating app token that you then can use in the dating app to pay some of the people to unlock some of the pictures that they might have hidden. So you can pay the tokens that you get it. So they build a use case for people to be in their app more than they might actually be to look at dating. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But it's genius on the other hand. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
it works.
Yeah.
Like they got 100,000 followers in their game in the dating app now. They had 20 people when I found it. Like
Wow.
boom, there's a tapper. Okay. Okay. What do that kind does? I can unlock pictures of the people that I might be interested in liking or not liking on this dating Tinder thingy site. But it works. Like
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Well,
we also have that. The Cadison game actually has a little fish game built into it. So that is there, and there's also T-Pets, which is from Tonfish, which also has a little fishing game. So that again, fully possible. I saw that message down there, so that's fully possible.
very cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. I think that we are really sleeping if we haven't built anything with Telegram. We
My
should
shirt
definitely
even says it. Ton up.
turn up.
Yeah, it's one of the launch pad on Ton. It's but yeah, Ton is up. So remember,
Yeah.
diamond hands. Diamond hands.
Indeed.
Turn up. Yes, turn up. What are we doing anywhere else?
I don't know. Like again, it was you guys inviting me on stream to talk about Ton and Telegram. So again, if there's any specific questions, I can probably dive deeper into some of that. But otherwise, I don't know where to start or.
No, I mean that's honestly this is a good start. We want to have you on. We also want to make sure. Or when do you do those Ton Tuesdays spaces so people can join you there if they want?
And Ton Tuesday at 7 p.m. UTC.
Right.
And lately I've been doing them in Telegram, but I'm moving back to Twitter just to do my after hour space in Telegram because they're getting more traction on X.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
Makes
Cool.
sense.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool,
Dapper,
cool.
totally agree, man. This is totally great information, and like hearing from TC, from everybody else that's been kind of messing around with it. We knew we had to get more information, but I feel like we got
A ton of information.
A ton of information.
Fuck. But no, honestly, Danish, thanks for coming on, man. It's
Always a pleasure.
yeah, we're
sure.
we're gonna have to do something here for sure. I think.
Yeah,
It'll be
man.
fun.
Yes,
You guys know
absolutely.
where to find me and stuff. So it's at Danish Crypto on Telegram, at Danish Crypto DK on X, and DM me if you got any problems, questions, or otherwise, and hopefully see you building something, all of you.
Oh, it's inevitable.
For sure.
I think it's
We will
inevitable.
be building something
Yeah.
on Telegram very soon.
I've been getting messages from a bunch of badasses that want to get in a room and do some shit. So let's make that happen. And by let's, I mean I will make that happen. So yeah, the trending apps thing. Triple B just sent this over to me as far as like a channel where you can see some of the apps that are trending in the Telegram platform. So thank you for that. Some
cool.
comments.
I have a couple of those channels as well.
Yeah, send them. We'll put them in launch bags and the rest of the places to get some more people getting some more experience. Because I think again, like going out and trying all the things, like seeing what's working, that kind of thing. I think would be inspirational to sort of see what the state of the art is, and then we can sort of, once we kind of know where the level is, we can sort of decide if there's any way that we can innovate on top of that or sort of enhance it in some way that leverages all the shit we got going on already. It'll be good.
I have one more question for you, Danish.
Yeah.
If you go, for example, to Solana, you feel that that the network now is saturated. You can find anything you need. It's there. everything has already been built. How is it on Ton?
Yeah, we have a lot of things, but there's always room to innovate. But at the same time, like you say that everything is built and working on Solana, but at the same time, they don't have anything useful when it comes to real life application use. There's
That's
a lot
true.
of shit games or DeFi or whatever, but they don't like you cannot buy your eSIM card, you cannot pay for your VPN, you cannot
Yeah, that's true.
like I can do all that with Ton and in Telegram and don't even need to leave that one platform. Like, and again, one thing they never fixed on there is that it's still a street light, red, yellow, green, red, yellow, green. They decide when the chain runs, and it's off it goes down. Like we have had one hurdle on Ton with a major DDoS attack, and things were still running, even though that a couple of bigger projects decided to limit transactions in that time because of the problems. But the chain wasn't down. Everything worked for the people that had a little more technical knowledge. But yeah, it's not the same on Solana. If they decide red light, it's going to be not working at all for days or whatever. And for something where I put money or need to have funds and some kind, it like I cannot travel the world or do like being at an event somewhere and suddenly, oh, Solana decided to say red light, so now for the next 4 days I cannot access my funds and like no.
Yeah.
Like no. But yeah, they have a lot of things built, but again, they also have a little more time than we have on Ton. The same goes for Ethereum. There's a lot of things built on Ethereum, but at the same time, when you then see them rewrapped on Ton, you actually see how those apps was used or it could have been useful, but they never was because it was unfeasible to do them on other platforms. Like literally, I can go in right now and throw liquidity and change pools and do some swaps and all that. Even though we are talking of a fee-based platform compared to Wax, I'm gonna pay less than $3 to make liquidity pools, drain some liquidity pools, swap some things, and even mint NFT. Like it, you do that on Ethereum, do that on Solana, do that on. It's gonna cost more. Like we even have the cheapest USDT transfers in the world right now. If you go to any exchange that allows that, Ton USDT is the cheapest withdrawals that you can find. So. Like there is a lot of things going there, but again, we still need a lot. There's always like there's no Nifty blocks on there. Like there isn't. Like the tools that you guys build, they are not really there. There is a couple of people trying to build something, but like there's still room. There's a lot of room for people. Like again,
interesting.
It's a network for everyone. The open network for everyone. That's the slogan. So like.
Something definitely to explore.
Let's fucking go. Yes, Brian actually asked me to put a group together of people that want to get into building some ideas out. So I have already done that. Juan, you're in it. Yeah, I don't think this is an if. I think we need to get on it and get working on it. Yeah, I'm gonna chat with Mana and see, kind of how he's doing. Because like I love what Crypto Alpha's done, but like Crypto Alpha has like 400 people in it. It should be 5,000, right? So why isn't it? And what can we learn from that? And do you think so?
It's not a mini app; it's a Telegram bot.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to tell you. That's not a mini app. That's a bot, and a bot is not visually appealing. And if it's not visually appealing, I don't give a shit. I want something that my mother will like and will want to start playing. I don't want something that
I didn't know
my
the
big
difference.
brother wants to use it.
Right. Okay, so
go to XRocket right now and then click the web exchange.
All right, I will do it.
Because one thing is what you see, the buttons and the commands, and it's nice and it's sleek. But when you get the web exchange and see the spot trading or the swap or the convert, as they call it, but that's a swap.
Oh yeah. I mean. So in these, it's just like the little pop-outs. This is kind of what you mean as far as the mini app or whatever. Okay.
On your phone, that is like
it just looks slick, right? It just shows up. Got it. Okay, Cool.
But
Yeah,
you see
exactly.
one thing there which is important in this content. Where are you located? And you just opened the in-game or in-app exchange.
Yeah, just like that.
You are in the US and it opened. There's no restrictions. You can actually swap and use it. You already got a wallet and you didn't do any KYC. Yeah.
Let's fucking go, bro.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good show when like everybody has to take time to start taking notes. So Danish, thank you. Is that like again, like obviously we all want to build, we all want to get like grow something really amazing with this stuff, right? And I'm completely ambivalent to the tools that we need to use it. Like if it's we're on Wax right now, that's fantastic. Whatever we need to leverage to bring 10,000 more people into doing all the things that we're doing with the amazing people and ideas that are coming up with it, fucking rock and roll. Let's do it. Yesterday.
That's what I want to hear. Like,
I
yes, definitely.
we can't wait for Wax to do it. Like we need Wax on it. We need to build it. We need to figure out how to integrate that ourselves because like maybe Wax will do it, maybe they won't. And I always
with the cloud wallet, it shouldn't be a problem because it works on a website. And as long as your mini app works on a website and you integrate Wax Cloud Wallet there, it should be a problem. The problem is Anchor. And I talked to them, but you can because I've seen a couple of apps that actually pops you out to open the app. And if you can do that in the code to open Anchor, it will also work.
Okay. Yeah, I mean I think having the ability to have like a little pop-out mini app for the Wax Cloud Wallet we should let them know about that today. Like that's something they should have by like tomorrow.
I think that's something that we should not get involved into because if you want a good relationship with somebody else, let them do what they are planning to do. If we do ours, we can invite them to be part of it. When we do ours, we can invite them to be part of it, but we are not pushing anything in their throat because that's the best way to earn an enemy.
Fair enough. All right. No. If
you throw a party, invite them. If they invite you to their party, go. But otherwise, everybody on their corner.
You're not a party crasher. Come on. Let's crash this party. Let's jump into the Wax Unofficial and say, "Where is our mini apps?"
Yeah, that's. I think I'm gonna side with Juan on this one. Either way, I mean, we have to build some stuff. We have to build some capacity on it. We need to be able to attract some people and make the onboarding experience as easy as we possibly can. Right?
Yes.
Wax is going to help or not, doesn't matter. We have to build what we can build. As aggressively as we possibly can.
Exactly.
Juan, the wise one, the one and only. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Awesome, man. All right, so
yeah, that's really cool.
We're over our hour and 15, entirely not actually made up hard cap. Danish, we're gonna make sure to have you on again. Your ad is actually right in the title for the show. Make sure you're following Danish on crypto. Or on X or Twitter or whatever the fuck it is now, and find him on Telegram. Get him to send you the all the things list, and just jump into the fire hose that is the TON network. Let's build some stuff out. I know Megan's taking a bunch of notes in the background. I have a mini app that it's a wiener jumping over freaking grills. Is probably something that needs to happen. That's fun.
I want 0.03%.
All right, rock and roll.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for
TC
coming. Man.
Approved. All right, guys. Yeah. Thanks again. Juan, do the thing.
Yes.
Boink. All right.